Hello everyone, welcome back to Codezilla. Today we are again back with another problem solving question. So today's question we will be solving it in Colvium compiler instead of Leetcode. So now let's get into the question and see what approach we can follow. Although there are many methods with which we can find the solution for this, but the thing is, more we practice, more we find out the trick to solve a particular set of questions. So this is among that only. You can I'm not saying like cram the questions, but you can think about the approach. You can think about the logic in different cases also. So now let's get into the question. The question is given an integer array num whose product we what we have to find is we have to write the program to find the maximum product of uh, three numbers possible. So what we need to do? Firstly, let's take a screenshot and do it in our uh, like in our traditional way we can say, and that traditional way not here and then breaking it down into different parts so that we can understand the question easily. So it is like we will be given an array. Okay, so if I have to take, it will be array will be given to us, which is of integers, set of integers. uh, we what we have to do, we have to write a program to find three numbers whose product is maximum and return the maximum product. So in the given array, what we have to do is we have to find the three numbers. The task is to find three numbers whose product is like if we multiply all those three numbers, then they become then they give us the maximum maximum product in the array. So that is the question. Along with that, there is also return. We have to return zero if there is no element, only one element, or even if there are two elements. In that case, we have to return zero. So if I have to break down the question, it is something like array will be given to us. Okay, we have to find three maximum numbers, or I cannot say three maximum number. I can say I have to find three numbers. Uh, if I multiply all those three numbers, then they gave me maximum product. So I have to find max product of three numbers. And why I didn't say like to find the max product of like if I have to find the maximum product of three numbers, I can keep a condition like okay, let's find the like maximum like three maximum numbers that we can think of. But what is the problem there also is if just suppose if there is a negative numbers also in this array. In that case, what will happen? We can't say then the last numbers which we have are the maximum ones because let's take an example. If I will apply a sort also, it will be -1, -2, -3, and so on. So if I will do the product of these three numbers, then if you know the journal basic, like typical mathematics, you might know that if you multiply these two numbers, then they will neutralize their negative signs. But if we multiply it again with a negative number, it will be giving us -6. So multiplying these two numbers will probably be giving us something like 2, but still it is greater. So multiplying the numbers is not the case. We have to find the three numbers whose product is the maximum, we can say. And if we found the array size which is less than 3, basically we can say because they have written we have to return 0 when there is no element, only one element or two elements in the array, then we have to return 0. Now in the problem, in the sample input, you can see it is given 1, 2, 3. So it will be pretty simple, just multiplying all these things. 6 will be the answer which we will be getting. Now, what all are the approaches which are right now revolving in your mind? Like you might think, okay, we can do this, that, everything. So now let's get into that only. Now if we have an array, if we have an array, and what we have to do is we have to find the maximum three numbers, and we are for sure like if our array size is greater than three only, then greater than two means three and so on, then only we will be iterating. So what we can do if I will sort the array, if I will sort the array which are given to us, okay, in that case the last three numbers, if because we will be for sure sorting in the ascending order. So what we can analyze or what we can think of is last three numbers will be the top three greatest numbers also for sure. It will be first greatest number, it will be second greatest number, and it might be the third greatest number. So these three numbers, if you multiply all these three numbers, we will get the maximum product. Uh, but but it might not be the case every time. It might be when we will encounter negative numbers. In that case also, if we have to find the greatest greatest number, so we have to consider that case, the negative numbers. So for the negative numbers, what we can do is, what if what if I will say, instead of just thinking about the last three numbers, we will also check for the zeroth, first and second index number, multiplying these also, and then checking if these are equal or not, or not checking for the equality. Let's check like which one of these are greater. But if I will just apply the one approach, then we will for sure not pass all the test cases, and then we will move forward with this one also, like to check on the starting one. So now let's get into the code and let's try to write it. Although even if we get the wrong, then also we will try. So it is a basic Selenium compiler in which you can see code is in basic old school format, like we have to take input and all. So int n, I will be taking c in, and means the size of array which we are getting. Next will be, I have to make an array. So it will be int arr, which will be of size n, and making a for loop which will be running from int I equals to 0 and going till the n and doing I plus plus. In that, what we have to do is we have to take the input inside the array arr of I. Now, next task. So first of all, what I have told you in the beginning only, like given on the cases, only if only if our n is greater than 2, then only we will move forward. Otherwise, else we have to just return 0. Now, returning 0 in these compiler means we have to see out 0, we have to print 0. Okay, so we have got. Now let's write according to the problem statement. First of all, we have to sort the array. Sorting, and for sorting the array, we have to write arr and arr plus n, which is the size of array. Now writing the condition, that will be cout, cout. What we can do, let's take it as last. First of all, let's write it as int last, and it will be arr of n minus 1 into arr of n minus 2 into arr of n minus 3. And let's just see out this, see out last one. Let's run this and see if it works or not. It might pass some of the test cases, or all the test cases got passed. But what I have to tell you, let's go to that also. So here is the approach which is written. So you can also refer to this Calvium compiler module. I will be pasting the link of this problem statement. You can go and you can find out the approach, why the extreme left also we have to consider. So although like you can see in front of me, like we have got the question done here, 7 out of 7 test cases got passed. But the thing is, this is not at that much greater level. Like if you solve a question same in a Leetcode or in any of the online compiler environment, then you might face some of the edge cases where you have to see of the last three digits also. So what we can see here is in the problem statement which is written to us, uh, uh, it is the similar which we have seen, but in the approach, they have mentioned every single thing. If we sort the array and find out the product of last three terms, then we can get it. Okay, and along with that, they have also mentioned like we need to note that this product will be maximum only if all the numbers are positive. Okay, so if all the numbers are positive, then for sure it will be. And I think so in the test cases, it might be like they have given all the numbers as positive. But in the given problem statement, negative number could also exist as well. So that it might happen like two negative numbers will multiply each other and get resolved with each another, and then we will get a product. Like if I have to give example to you, let me write it here. So if we have something like minus 10 into minus 10, and we are like, I am writing it in sorted order, or let's write it in regular form only. 5, 6, 10, 20, and minus 5. Okay, so if this is the array which is given to us, uh, so if this is the array, or let's take it something else, let's take it as 1 only, and let's take it as something like which we can easily relate to 4. Okay, so just suppose if this is the array given to us, now let's sort this and see what we will get. Let's make it like 15. Now if we sort this array, you will for sure get this 10, and then you will get 1. Then let's remove this, and we will get 5, and we will get 10. So this is what we will get after sorting. Now, in the problem statement which we have got, now we have done the sorting. Now, what you can see that is, if we go by our previous approach only, if we go by our previous approach, now, if this is the array which is given to us, so it is like 10, 5, minus 10, 5, 10, 1, and minus 5. So if we sort the array, this is what we will get. And if we write just one condition only, which we have written right now, we will be getting the multiple of these three terms, which comes out to be 50. If we multiply 1 into 5 into 10, it comes out to be 50, which we can give as the answer, which we have already given there. But now let's get into the case which I was telling you in my approach. So it is like this. If we go now, if we go now, we will see if we multiply these three terms, or we can say the last three terms, 1, and if we multiply these terms, what we will be getting? We will be getting 150, which is a greater one. That's why we have to consider last three numbers also. Now, if in the array it is something like this also, minus 10, 1, or like instead of 1, let me take it as 0, then not 0, let's take it 1 only. 1, 2, 3, 5, and then 10. So in that case, we can contradict. Now we can see if multiple of these three terms are greater, or these three terms are greater, and for sure we will be getting the maximum product of three numbers from here. That's why in the problem statement or in the solution, we should write one case, that is int first. That will be the ARR zeroth index into ARR of first index into ARR of second index. Now we will see out based on the condition, like if if our last is greater than our first, in that case we will be see out last, and if in the case, in the else condition, we have to see out our first. So that's how it will work. If we run the test cases, it will for sure work, and it will pass that case. It has even passed with just writing the one case. But for the upcoming ones, like in the problem statement, it is written, but if you solve it somewhere where there are many cases, then it might cause some problems. So that's all for the video. I hope you like it. I hope you will solve all for this. So that's all. Thanks for watching.